Howdy Raiders, the holidays are right around the corner, meaning that incoming wave of Christmas noobs is almost here, and today's video is for their benefit. Today we go over the unwritten rules of Arc Raiders, because while there's plenty you can learn from watching detailed online guides, some things can only be learned the hard way. Rule number 1, recorder players are not to be touched. And this one ain't just for brand new players, damn it. I've seen way too much disrespect toward friendly neighborhood Pied Pipers. In a nutshell, there's an item in Arc Raiders called a recorder. You know, that stupid little thing you used to play hot cross buns on in the 5th grade.
And there's 3 pieces, the head, the shaft, and the taint.
The only thing you can do with this item is whip it out and play a little tune on repeat. That's it. And it's a universally accepted truth that folks who just run around the map playing this instrument mean others no harm. They're mythical creatures who only exist to be silly and should be left to their own devices. No exceptions! Rule number 2, enjoy the free loadout. As expected in Arc Raiders, sometimes when players die, they get very salty. One line you'll no doubt hear plenty of times throughout your Arc Raiders career will likely be some variation of enjoy the free loadout.
Enjoy my free loadout.
Translation: congratulations on killing me. I had a dog shit loadout. There is nothing of value on my corpse, and you are a bad person who should feel bad for killing me. And I must confess, even I have uttered those words myself. Here's the thing though, don't feel too bad if someone yells this at you. I mean, half the time they're goddamn lying. Hence, it has turned into a bit of a meme. And you know what? Just lean into it. Even if you die with a completely kitted loadout, say it loudly and say it proudly.
Yeah, enjoy the free loadout, baby.
Rule number 3, shooting at the last second during an extraction is tradition. Let's say you've bumped into some chill raiders at extract and you're all peacefully leaving together. When the train or elevator doors start closing though, if another raider starts shooting you, don't freak out.
Can I pop up, please? Oh.
Maybe.
By the time the doors are closing, no matter how much anybody shoots anybody else, it's guaranteed you're gonna make it back to Speranza, because remember, you can make it out even if you're down. And again, when the extraction doors are already closing, there's not enough time to both down a raider and knock them out completely. Therefore, shooting people is just a funny thing to do at the end of a match. And hey, it's also free XP, because remember, in the post-game stat screen, you get extra XP for damaging other raiders. So there's really no reason to not do it, because you'd just be missing out, just like how you'd be missing out by not checking out Raycon, sponsor of today's video for holiday gift giving.
Nailed it!
If you have someone in your life who's hard to shop for, good news, Raycon is the one-size-fits-all for your holiday shopping needs. Why? Because everybody listens to something. YouTube videos, music, podcasts, the list goes on. And on that note, Raycon's essential open earbuds are here for the holiday season and they're selling fast. Regular earbuds block out everything. You can't hear somebody calling your name, a car honking, you name it. These Raycon essential open earbuds just sit outside your ear canals. You get really clear sound, but you can still hear what is going on around you, which is great because the last thing I want to happen is to get hit by a car while I'm out on my winter walk. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this holiday season. Just click the link in the video description or go to buyraycon.com/falloutopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts shouldn't show up late. Thank you, Raycon. All right, we back. Rule number 4, if a teammate uses a key card to take you into a key card loot room, they get first dibs. Doesn't matter if you're rolling with a bunch of strangers or if you're rolling with the boys, it's only goddamn common courtesy. If someone uses a key card that they brought to unlock a loot room, if there's a weapon case in that room, for example, the person who brought the key card should be the one to open that case. I'm not saying they're entitled to all the loot in the room, that would be crazy. But yeah, the main loot chest in the room, usually a weapon case, I say that should be theirs. Everything else is up for grabs though. Rule number 5, flashlight spamming means I'm chill. While some folk on Arc Raiders remain intentionally quiet for more devious reasons, more on those people later, other players may be shy or just might not have a mic. And thankfully for those folks, elite top-level scientists have developed an ingenious system that is immediately and universally understood by everyone. Spamming your flashlight. Asking players if they're friendly is extremely common in solos, and if a player doesn't say that they're friendly, but rather it gives you the old flashlight spam, that is their way of saying, I ain't here to cause trouble. It's actually a fun little system, and even though I have a mic, I still enjoy communicating with these people in their native tongue. TLDR, respect the flashlight. Rule number 6, if you betray people during a matriarch fight, you are a dick. To all the new folk out there, the matriarch isn't just your regular tiny arc. She's rather sizable.
That's a huge bitch. Savage!
And while a lot of solo lobbies are a coin toss between peacefully ignoring each other and committing first-degree murder, matriarch lobbies as a solo player very often involve everyone meeting up at one certain location on the map and joining forces to take down the matriarch. It's an awesome display of cooperation, and everyone has the same dream in mind of getting some sweet loot when she finally goes down. And again, while Arc Raiders is definitely a PvP game, and yeah, you're always going to get killed eventually, players who deliberately backstab during the matriarch fights are the lowest of the low. It's like if you were doing a trust fall exercise with friends and one of them turned around with a closed fist and blasted you right in the face. Trust me, I already know that a good portion of people who play this game are the type of guy to get 0 messages on Christmas, but matriarch betrayers? Satan himself ain't even inviting them to the downstairs after party. On the other hand though, rule number 7, those who bring defibs to a matriarch fight are godly. Defibrillators are used for reviving downed raiders, normally if they're on your team, but remember you can use them to revive any raider, even other solo players. Therefore, those who bring defibs to a matriarch fight in solos are the holiest of raiders. These people are willingly bringing a revive mechanic that they know is only ever going to be used on a complete stranger. And they do this knowing full well that when the matriarch goes down for the count, everyone's going to be pushing and shoving their way to try and get to the blueprint first. Still, they bring defibs and revive people anyway because they're good people. And because they also know it's easier to kill the matriarch with more people alive, but still good people. Rule number 8, unless that person has personally wronged you, let raiders who are downed extract. Again, if you're a new player, remember that even if you're downed, you can still extract back to Speranza. And if you play enough Arc Raiders, you may eventually find yourself in a situation like this, where you happen to come across some poor raider trying to extract while down, and you don't happen to have a defib. And yeah, you very well could just ragdoll that guy like a Burger King employee who's put up with too much shit over the years, but unless that raider has personally wronged you, like they tried to extract camp you or something, just do the neighborly thing and let them come back with you. I mean, unless nobody's looking, of course, but you didn't hear that from me. Rule number 9, beware the micless. If you bump into a solo player, then tell them that you're friendly and they do not respond on the mic or flash their flashlight in any way, be warned. There is a high chance that they are being quiet for a reason. They don't want to tell you that they're friendly because that would be a lie, which is weird if you think about it, because they're polite enough not to lie to you, I guess, but they're still planning on blasting you a new asshole the second you let your guard down. Don't say I didn't warn you. Rule number 10, the moment you let your guard down is when it happens. A tale as old as time. I head into a map expecting PvP to happen. I'm prepared and my trigger finger is itchy and raring to go. But then when I finally find somebody, they're not only not looking for trouble, they're also nice on the mic. Nice and charming to the point where I would feel really bad if I started to shoot them. So I abandon my plan of mayhem, make a friend, and leave in peace. And now with my guard down, that is always the time that some other random fuckbag pops out of nowhere and gives me a lead enema. Every goddamn time. Just remember, boys, bumping into friendlies is cool, but that don't mean you should drop your guard for the rest of the match. And speaking of bad luck, rule number 11, the minute you put on a kitted loadout, you will get ratted. You could safely extract 100 games in a row with a free loadout, but on God, the minute you start to assemble a decent loadout, well then buddy, that's the time you'll extract and even tell people nearby you're friendly on the mic, and only then will you find a rat. It's like the game just somehow knows. If you're lucky though, you'll either be able to defend yourself or you'll still be able to make it out anyway somehow and manage to hold on to your gear. But even still, man, every goddamn time. Rule number 12, medical research on Stella Montis is the Wild West for some reason. It truly can't be explained, but in one of life's great mysteries, the medical research area on Stella Montis is the most cutthroat area I've ever been to. While you definitely can find nice people there from time to time, most times you're basically walking into the salty spittoon. In fact, if you join a match on Stella Montis late, there's a really good chance that by the time you make it to medical research, you're walking into a literal crime scene covered in dead gamers. In fact, people are so on edge in medical research that you can straight up cause a complete massacre between seemingly peaceful players by firing just one bullet into the room. And oh, how fast they are to turn on each other. Be on your guard in that place, boys, or at the very least, head right there if you're looking for some straight up PvP. Rule number 13, if you're in a night raid, expect to get shot on sight, even as a solo. While trios are almost always a 100% PvP only mosh pit of pain, solos on the other hand are more of a coin toss, meaning you might run into solo players who intend to turn you into Swiss cheese, but you might also run into solo players who are chill and either just want to loot quietly or completely complete a quest or two. Bumping into chill solo players is very common during normal runs, but it's usually way less likely during a night raid. Don't get me wrong, night raids aren't like the Fallout Wasteland or anything, where it's a 24/7 murder extravaganza. It's very possible to bump into friendly dudes on a night raid and form fun little squads. But that being said, because the quality of the loot is higher at night, you should always expect violence. If you bump into another player during a night raid and they happen to be friendly, well, that's just what we call a happy accident, as a wise man once said. And finally, rule number 14, karma comes for us all. In our time playing Arc Raiders, we will all have great moments and we'll all have some not so great moments. And I feel it's only natural to want to be salty sometimes, but I often find that life has a way of balancing itself out sometimes. So even if you've died at the hands of some annoying player, just remember, sooner or later, karma eventually comes for everyone.
Friendly. Friendly. Oh, oh! Lol, how did that work out for you, bro? You feeling good down there? I bet you're feeling great.
If you feel you have any unwritten rules that I left out, tell me what you think those are down in the comment section. Or you can swing by the Twitch channel and tell me there. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!